I wanted to go ahead and turn on the stream. I know a bunch of you were wanting to follow along and worried that our game hadn't started yet. So this is the end of Laverne and Pioneer. Laverne well on their way to the win. If we can win this game, our game tonight against Arapahoe Butler, we'll play against Laverne tomorrow for the consolation.
Already listening to number 12, Harley. Coaching the Lady Mustangs, number 35, Alexis Iverson. And checking the Lady Tigers, number 11, Kobe Dixon. That's Lady Mustangs, number 35, Alexis Iverson. Checking in for the Lady Mustangs, number 3, Ava Peace. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, Justin Masters, 10 to the green, and breaking duty. And checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 31, Cameron.
Cardinals are getting ready to come on the floor.
Nothing in your way there, is it? I mean, I'm going to leave it up for our boys' game later unless somebody else meets. If some.
All right, Cardinal fans, getting ready for some more regional playoff action. Your Cardinals are going to be taking on the Drummond Bulldogs. We're at the stage where you're dancing as long as you can, and the goal of each game is to just dance as long as you can keep on going. And so for this round, Cardinals matching up with Bulldogs. Drummond coming in. They're at 16-10. Our Cardinals are at 13-12. Something will have to give there. These are two teams that on paper there's a lot of similarities. Hovering around that 500 mark. The Cardinals have a win against a ranked team and have played several ranked teams really well. Drummond has not been able to do that. They've had the ranked games, but those games, other than Lomega, which was a close game, a lot of their games against the ranked opponents ended up in that 10 to 15 point range. They lost to Dover by 17. Now Dover's number one in class in D2. They lost to Cimarron by 9. They lost to Dover again, but the second time was a bit of a blowout, 638. They lost to Deer Creek Lamont by 10. Deer Creek Lamont's fifth in state. They lost to Fort Cobb Broxton. That game was a 12-point difference, and they lost to Waukomis. Waukomis really has a good team this year. Lost to them by 21. So Drummond looking for that big win, that key win that they can hang their hat on. The Cardinals have had a couple of really nice wins this year. We do have one ranked win this year. That was over, looking at my girls' scheduling. They beat Boise City, who was ranked in B1 at the time. We've had some dogfights with Hookers. That's another Bulldog team we faced off with. Cardinals have played a little bit tougher schedule. Both teams scoring right at about 49 points a game, but very different look on the floor. The Cardinals like to get out and run. Drummond is the opposite. Drummond will walk the ball up the floor, set up, and then they really want to shoot threes. Buford will shoot threes. We'll talk about some of these guys in just a moment. But they got Buford on the outside who wants to shoot threes. Taylor on the outside wants to shoot threes. And so they'll light it up from outside. And then both teams have a force on the inside. Max Garza for the Cardinals, the 6'3 junior. For the Bulldogs, it's 6'7". There you go, teachers. Just triggered your classrooms, I know. We'll just say 6'8". How about that? 6'8" Nathan Taylor, who has a bunch of great games this year. He's averaging somewhere between, depending on which game you're watching, he's in that range of about 13 to 17 points. Several games this year, he's gone over 20. A tremendous player, and as big as he is, he likes to shoot outside too, so you can't just man him up on the outside, man him up on the inside and try to play with power. So 6'7", he's trying to get his name out there with the recruiting. I don't know who's looking into him. I didn't look that deep into these guys, but Taylor's really hoping to play next year, hoping to join one of his former teammates. This Bulldog team has been one of the best teams in Oklahoma over the last 4 years. Over the last 5, they have 100 wins, which means they're averaging 20 wins a year. And over the last 3, they're a top 25 team. 79 wins in the last 3 years. That came from 2 trips to state. In 23 and 24, these guys went all the way to state. They did very well. Very good team. They did not win state either of those years, but Drummond does have a pile of state championships, but it's all in one thing. This is a really smart school. They have won academic bowl 19 different times, 19 state titles, most recently in 2019. So they've got something figured out there in Drummond as far as quiz ball goes. As far as basketball goes, they have the 2 trips to state, 23 and 24. Now, when I was looking into them, I like looking at what stories could be. And with this Drummond team, that means that guys like Taylor and Baylor Burford, the 2 seniors on the team, that means those guys have won almost 100 games during their high school career. So they know what winning looks like. They know what going to state looks like. But there's a big key piece missing off this Drummond team, and it's why they dropped down after having seasons with over 25 wins. They're missing their all-time leading scorer, one of the best scorers in Oklahoma history by the name of Colton Dillingham. graduated last year, and right now he's a freshman at Northwestern. So Drummond going through a little bit of a rebuilding process, but they'll look to try and make a deep run again this year, but they've got to go through the Cardinals to do it. So elimination game for both teams. The Cardinals made it in after winning districts, beating Laverne last week, and then going against that number 1 Okarche team on Tuesday. Drummond's path, they won their district, and then they lost their district. Let me read that so I can tell you who it was against. That was against Moreland. They lost the district. That game was played at Moreland. They only lost by 5. Then they turned around and yesterday in their elimination game against Pioneer. Close game in the first half. Like I said, these guys will walk it up the floor. Literally, will walk the ball up the floor if the team's not pressing. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Carr is going to have the Cardinals pressing on him. So the game against Pioneer yesterday started slow. Drummond and Pioneer keeping it close in the first half, but then Drummond got going and eventually powered their way to a 29-point win, 53-24. So again, Taylor on the inside and outside. Baylor Burford, I already mentioned. Baylor Burford's a do-everything guard. He'll get you some rebounds. He'll get some steals. And he's a senior, but one of the guys that he's going to pass it to is his junior brother. That's Boston Burford. So I'm going to be talking about Baylor and Boston a lot. Boston has games this year where he's popping over 20, and he's a tremendous passer. He has games with almost double-digit assists this year. So we'll have to watch the guard play. That opens things up a lot for Taylor. You can see Taylor. Well, you can't see Taylor. I don't have the camera on right now. But how's this? When you're watching warm-ups, you don't expect to see the 6'8" guy on the outside just shooting threes. But right now, that's what Taylor's doing. I like to tell players you can learn a lot by watching warm-ups. And when you got a guy as big as Taylor, who's out on the outside, shooting corner shots, shooting three-pointers, he's telling you what he wants to do. So those 3 prongs of the Bulldog attack are what I'm watching. Expect, unless the Cardinal defense can shut him down, expect around 15 points for Taylor. Expect somewhere in the range of about 15 points for Boston. And then Baylor to be throwing in around 10. Cardinals defense has got their work cut out for them. So you're looking at between those 3, about 40 points of what Drummond averages. So there's other pieces along the way, but this is a young team. They have a whole pile of freshmen. We'll be watching names like Grant Tyner, Lucero, Jackson Kitterman. Those are some of the guys that we'll be watching. But Taylor and the Burfords are probably where Drummond would expect the damage to come from. And so likewise for the Cardinal defense, that's probably where we focus a lot of our efforts to shut down. Cardinals come in, nice game by Jag on Tuesday. He really liked that fast pace that Okarche ran, and he ended up scoring over 20. Led the way for the Cardinals with 23, matching his number. Be interesting to see if the Cardinals can get out and run on this Drummond team. If we can, I like our chances. I think that sets well for us. If Drummond can slow it down and turn this thing into a battle inside that timeline, and the team's just taking turns playing half-court offense, things tighten up quite a bit. What will the Cardinals do on defense? Will they run a man-to-man to try and take away the multiple three-point shooters that Drummond will run? Will Coach Carr bring out that box and one again? It seems like that'd be a big challenge with somebody like Taylor. But maybe we go ahead and do a box and one with Boston Burford. We'll have to see. Getting ready for the start of game time. Cardinals playing to stay alive. If they can win, what it looks like is the Cardinals will be playing against the winner of the Laverne and Moreland game. That game will be played tonight. Don't know who to expect in that one. On paper, you'd pick Norland. So that game tomorrow at 2:30 for the opportunity to claim a ticket to go to area. Cardinals trying to go to the area for the first time in quite a while. And having a good shot to do it. But they'll have to play a good game here in Okarche. You got one little last moment before they do the intros. Go grab that drink. Go grab that snack. Get ready. Cardinal basketball is coming up.
Now you're starting on first with the Turpin Oklahoma. Number 0.
Starters for the Cardinals. Caesar Quintana.
Number 3, a junior, Max Garza. Number 13, a junior, Saul Alvarado.
The 13, Saul Alvarado.
Number 15, a sophomore, Gage.
The 15, sophomore, Gage Peters.
And number 23, a junior.
23, junior, Jag Huffman. Cardinals are coached by Coach TK, Tyler Carr, assisted by John Barnes.
Number 1, a senior,
For Drummond, number 1, Baylor Burford.
Number 3, a junior, Austin Burford.
Number 3, junior, Boston Burford.
Nathan Taylor.
Number 23, senior, Nathan Taylor.
Number 24, junior, Aiden Edwards.
24, junior,
Number 25,
Aiden Edwards. At number 25, a sophomore, Kyler Buchanan.
Drummond is coached by Lee Okarche and assistant coach Jared.
Coach Kokajan has these guys. He's in at least his 4th year, and boy howdy has he had quite the impact there almost at Okarche. Over there at Drummond. Tip ends up with the Cardinals, and here we go. Drummond comes out in a man. Or they swinging a zone around. Jag gets an open 3, puts it up. It's a miss. Taylor's got the rebound. And here comes Drummond on their first possession. Cardinals did not go full court, but meet Boston. Shot by Taylor's missed. Underneath, Edwards tries to handle it. Edwards has his thumb heavily wrapped. That left hand's all wrapped up. I don't know if we're going to expect to see Edwards shoot it much, but having your thumb wrapped like that does not make things any easier. Gage picks up the high post. Taylor's all over him. Whoa, Taylor reached around from behind and will draw a jump ball. Possession arrow will go back to the Bulldogs. Boston's got it, walking that ball up the court. Kick over to Baylor, back to Boston. Mention those Burford brothers. Bulldogs get it underneath to Edwards. I wondered if Edwards would be able to shoot with that thumb wrapped up. He put it up but missed it. Rebound ended up in the hands of Buchanan. Ball got knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the red shirts from the Cardinals. And the Bulldogs will throw it in again. Nobody scored yet. A little over a minute played off the clock already. Back and forth it goes between the Burfords. Boston puts it up, misses it. Buchanan with another rebound, and we're going to have a foul underneath. Cardinals are getting beat on the boards. Luckily, Buchanan steps out of bounds, and the Cardinals get possession. Coach Carr forcefully letting the Cardinals know, hey, you got to do a better job rebounding that ball. Garza's got it in the corner. Edwards has stepped out to him. Up top it goes. Saul, spin move, off the glass and in. First two for the Cardinals goes to Saul. Drummond kicking around into Taylor at the high post. Puts it up, it's a miss. Garza's got the rebound. Cardinals trying to push some pace. A lot of contact being allowed in this game. Against Okarche, we saw a really tight game call. Jag gets a long three. Ball's going to get tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Drummond. Gage and Max were there. One of them tried to tip it out to the wing, but there wasn't a Cardinal there to receive it. Cardinals go full court press. Here's the box press. And we're going to travel by Boston. Coach Kokajan doesn't like it. He's going to send King in for Taylor. So Taylor coming off the floor. I think the referees were going to start us back in the backcourt, but the turnover had happened right from that spot. Referees get it right. Cardinals start with the ball in the front court. Saul picks it up, out to Caesar. Baseline to Max. Max working. Kick up top to Gage. Gage is wide open. Long shot. Hits the back of the rim hard. We're going to foul. Max got tangled up with King coming back down the floor. That'll be Max's first.
Number 3, Max Larson. Checking in for the Cardinals, number 33, Riley Fowler.
Fowler's going to come in. It's his first time in the game. Cardinals going back to that 2-2-1 press. Boston trying to beat it by himself with the dribbling. Gets it in the midcourt. It works. Up ahead to Buchanan. Buchanan puts up the shot. Gets it in. No, that was Edwards. Sorry, not Buchanan. Garza puts up the shot. It's a miss. Wow, a lot of contact. Saul was blocking out. Boston went right through him. No call on the push. They're going to let these guys play. No, I take it back. I am completely wrong. Boston did get called for the foul. Referees on top of it. Saul into Max. Max wide open. Shot's a miss. Max got so open, I'm not sure he was ready for it. Short little baseline shot. Basically a bump shot. Cardinals miss a chance at their 2. And on the other end, Cardinals pay for it. Edwards with another 2 points. He's got all 4 of the points for Drummond. So the wrap on his thumb isn't making a difference to the young man. Jag Caesar. Caesar back to Saul. Saul penetrates, draws double team. Kick out to Caesar. Caesar wide open. 3-pointer's good. Boston and Baylor toss it back and forth. Saul jumps in front of it. Has to steal. Saul. Oh, good job with the head fake. Saul sees Baylor coming in hard. Gives him a good, strong head fake. Baylor goes into the air to try and block it. Saul lets him come down on top of him. He puts the shot up. Drawing the contact. Didn't get the shot to fall. But he'll go to the line and get him to shoot 2. That's the first foul on Baylor. 2 fouls on Drummond. First shot by Saul is a miss. Taylor will come back in. Buchanan will go to the bench. Stahl makes 1 of 2. And Mason Barnett will come in for the first time. Boston really taking the ball handling duties and bearing the brunt of the load. Cardinals working on a loose ball. We're going to have a foul. Riley picks up his first. Coach Carr, unhappy with it. He's saying that's a loose ball. I got a right to dive at a loose ball. There's a lot of competing theories on that. Some people believe, hey, if it's a loose ball, everybody's got a chance at it. Some people don't like the contact. Personally, I'm a fan of don't allow the contact. It's just kind of dangerous. We're going to have another foul on the knee. Ball's in deep to Aiden Edwards. Max got beat on that one. Good drop step. Edwards goes up quick. Max is going to draw the foul. That's his second. That hurts. Max has 2 already. He's going to have to be careful down low. This Drummond team's big. Mentioned Taylor sitting somewhere around 6'8". He comes back in. Then Buchanan, who's at the line, looks every bit as tall as Max. Max is going to go to the bench. That takes a lot of height off the floor for the Cardinals. Edwards makes both, and it's all tied up. All of Drummond's points so far are coming from Edwards. Saul gets through the lane, misses the shot, but Riley Fowler gets the rebound out to Barnett, and Barnett puts in the three-pointer, and the Cardinals regain the lead. So back and forth we go. Where we stop, we'll find out. You thought I was going somewhere else with that, didn't you? Into the corner. King kicks it back up top. It's again in Boston Burford's hands. Caesar blocks a pass. King was trying for an entry pass into Edwards. They're really forcing that ball into Edwards right now. Buchanan will come back in. King will go to the bench. Boston kicking it over to Baylor. Baylor for 3. Baylor doesn't score as much as Boston does, but a good player. Rebound. Cardinals in transition quickly. Caesar all the way to the hole. Great pass. Saul feeds him, gets the assist. Caesar puts it in for 2. And the Cardinals regain the lead. It's 11-6. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Cardinals eager, anxious. They're back out on the floor already. Baylor throws it into Boston. Guys, all these Bs, Baylor, Boston, Burford, if I can make it through this game without saying baked beans, beyond this, it'll be a miracle. Shots up. Riley Fowler's got the rebound. Cardinals in a hurry. Mason, kick it out to Saul. Saul attacks. Out to Caesar. Caesar gets Baylor up in the air again. He doesn't draw the shot or the foul. Instead, Saul goes for a corner 3. It's a miss. Taylor gets the rebound. Cardinals really playing fast here. You know, they just got done playing Okarche on Tuesday night, and that game was such a frenetic pace. 98 points scored by Okarche. Over 50 points scored by the Cardinals, 140 points. Not something you see a lot. Taylor gets the rebound, gets his first bucket. Saul gets the ball up the floor in a hurry. Outside shot for Caesar, it's miss. Long rebound. Riley was trying for it, and then Edwards beats the Cardinals down the floor. That's just a hustle play. Drummond had not been running it, and Edwards stuck behind the Cardinals defense and got an easy 2. Barnett going for 3, off the rim long. Nobody there to rebound except for Boston. Boston bringing it down, over to Baylor. Baylor traveled. Boston and Baylor playing catch. My guess the two have probably done that a lot over the years. They kick it over to Taylor. Drummond not even attempting to get this ball inside the three-point line except for a couple of steps. Boston came in. Taylor ends up shooting the 3. On the rebound, Buchanan comes away with it, tries to put it up quick, gets fouled in the process, and Mason Barnett will draw his first foul. Buchanan makes the first. Jag will come back in. Drummond switched from the man into the zone. Cardinals are settling for three-pointers. They'll have to be careful with that. We've had games where we can get hot, but usually we're at our best when we're attacking the bucket. Drummond holds their first lead. Buchanan hits both. Jagged Saul kicking the ground. Cardinals staying mostly around the edge. Long shots up by Caesar. It's a miss. A lot of people bumping into each other. Riley Fowler's going to pick up his second foul. Max has 2. Now Riley has 2, and that's the 5th foul on the Cardinals in the quarter. Drummond's in the bonus, so Boston's going to come down and get to shoot 2. Drummond's got a lot of size, and when Max went out with that second foul, it really hurt Cardinals rebounding inside. Buchanan will come out. Maddox King comes back in. Coach Kokajon is subbing a lot, but it's been almost entirely the same 6 guys. He finally gets Trenton Longpine into the game for the first time, so it is a 7-minute rotation. And Drummond again makes both free throws. .25 seconds left. Cardinals could play for a last possession or might just take the first shot they get that they like. There goes Jack. Long 3 off the rim. Cardinals shooting a little bit hard. Everything's going a little bit too far. Rebounds are coming down on the far side of the rim. Oh, tip. Caesar saves it back in. What an athletic play. Jag trying and trying and trying. Cardinals fighting for loose balls. Just 2 seconds left. Saul puts it up. It's in and a foul. What a play. Saul will get to go to the line for the and 1. That was a buzzer beater. Who's the foul on? It'll go on Taylor. Saul makes it. Oh. They gave that to Taylor? That's not who fouled him. That was Buchanan that fouled him. Anyway, here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. I'll check your foul counts later. On the board, it said 23. Yeah, they gave it to Taylor. I wonder if they'll get that fixed. Coach Barnes is statting things out. In a little bit, he might have to go. He's going to run a bus route today, but big thanks to him keeping track of stuff from a distance. Alvarado's got 6. Quintana's got 5. Barnett's got 3. So that's the Cardinals' 14. On the other end, Edwards has 8, so he's getting those points from down low. Taylor, Boston, and Buchanan all have a bucket apiece, so that's the 14 for Drummond. So all knotted up here. Possession arrow is going to go to the Cardinals to start the second quarter. On the floor for the Cardinals. What we got going on here? Yesterday we had a stoppage and things got interesting. I didn't know what was going on during that stoppage, but I'll tell you now, the official book was not correct during the girls game against Cherokee. Cherokee had their book wrong, so they had a player enter the game who wasn't in the official book. It's supposed to be an automatic technical, folks, but for whatever reason, that did not get called or assessed. That would have been an extra 2 free throws. Whoa! Oh, Jag got fallen on. Taylor came over. This could be big because that'd be a second foul on Taylor. Coach Kokajan said something to the ref. The ref just gave him a gentle nod. That is his second. Jag will go to the line shooting 3. That Taylor fell on Jag. Jag makes the first. Jag makes the second. Taylor comes out. Boston comes back in. On floor for the Cardinals to start this quarter, by the way, you got Riley Fowler, Cesar Quintana, Jag Huffman, Gage Peters, and Saul Alvarado. Jag makes all 3, so that's a costly foul by Taylor. And the Cardinals go to the full court press. Saul tips it. Cardinals trying to get it. Gage comes away with the steal off the deflections. Saul attacking. Back to Gage. Around the horn it goes. Jag wide open. Just a little bit hard. Saul almost gets it away from Buchanan. And the Cardinals go full court again. Ball's tipped by Jag. Boston trying to save it. Gets it. The Cardinals just scrambling here. It is all effort here. And a jump ball. Coach Carr likes it. I tell you what, I love seeing that level of effort. The Cardinals making everything hard for Drummond. Challenging every loose ball hitting the floor. The loose ball ends up as a jump ball. Possession out of Drummond, and they restart their offense. King is in with the Burfords. Also in are Buchanan and Edwards for the white shirts. Taylor started the quarter but had to come out with the second foul. Boston's got it now. Cardinals playing a 2-3. That left Baylor open. Baylor misses the shot, but then Buchanan gets the rebound inside. Drummond is really doing a good job on the offensive glass. Cardinals have got to shut that down. It's keeping Drummond in this game. Cardinals doing a great job running and in transition, causing some problems for Drummond. But Drummond's offensive rebound right now is keeping them in this game. Long pass from Fowler over to Quintana. Cardinals trying for threes, but can't get them. And then can't get the rebounds. Drummond owning the glass right now. Boston walks it up the court. He stops way up above the three-point line. If you can get your opponent to run offense that far out, you're normally okay with it. So Cardinals really stretching out that offense. Kick over to the edge for King. King misses it. Fighting underneath for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the white shirts. Riley was down there. Gage was down there. Saul was down there. Coach Carr really getting on the Cardinals to fight for these rebounds. Works out our way. Drummond doesn't get an extra possession out of the rebounding. Mason Nelson is going to go in. This will be our first time seeing him today. Jag out on the wing. Saul picks it up over to Jag. Back to Saul. Drummond looks to be playing a 2-3. Really spreading out, covering the three-point line. It's that 2-3. Attack the high post. We'll see what the Cardinals do. We're working short corner and then kick it back out. Jag wide open, and he hits it for three. Jag leading the way for the scoring for the Cardinals now with 6 points. And the Cardinals go back to the full court defense. Boston putting on a dribbling exhibition, breaking the press all by himself. Saul takes it away. Riley dives, gets it. Cardinals have it in transition. Oh, Saul loses it. Saul got just a little bit ahead of himself. He was looking to pass it up ahead to Jag, and the Cardinals lose the possession. And we're going to have a foul on Jag. 16 fouls on the Cardinals so far this game. That's the first of this quarter. Only 2 fouls called on Drummond. No, 4 fouls called on Drummond. 2 of them on Taylor. He's just come back in. Baylor from outside puts up the three. Mason Nelson just came in. He gets a rebound, and the Cardinals on the run. Saul to Caesar. Caesar puts it in for 2. That's 7 for Caesar. He takes over the scoring lead for the Cardinals with that bucket. Boston picks it up, looks underneath for Taylor. Taylor left wide open. You can't leave a big dude open underneath the bucket. Cardinals learn it the hard way. Drummond within 4. And everybody takes a breath. Cardinals get into the half court and didn't attack the bucket. Taking just a moment to see what they've got. Jag penetrates and kicks out. Gage penetrates, kicks it out. Jag penetrates. He's going to go all the way. Taylor blocks the shot. It's going to end up in Jag. Whoa. Folks, I don't like that call. I mean, I like it that it gives it to the Cardinals, but that landed in Jag's lap. Taylor blocked Jag's shot. They're going to say that Taylor touched it last when it hit out of bounds, but from up here, it sure looked like it touched Jag. Either way, Cardinals get the possession. Mason trying to hold it. Mason hits the floor. Edwards hits the floor. No fouls called. Boston pushes it up in the front court. And Drummond's starting to play more to the Cardinals' pace. And we're going to have another foul on the inside. This is turning into a really physical game. Mason's going to get a foul. That'll be his first. Coach Carr talking with the official here in the foreground. He's saying, hey, over on that other end, we're reaching, we're grabbing, people are hitting the ground, but the foul's getting called over on this side. Fowler will come back in. Nelson will go to the bench. Jag, by the way, all the way back in the corner. Buchanan makes one of 2. Jag's got it up top. Drummond switches into a man. Let's see how this goes. We still have not seen Max since he picked up the second foul. Oh, underneath, Saul was looking for Caesar, fired it inside. Caesar wasn't quite ready, bounced off the hands and into the white shirt's hands. Boston walks it up the floor, over to Baylor. Baylor penetrates the high post, kick to Boston. Boston picks it up in a double team. Back to Baylor, back to Boston. But that's a travel. We're not calling this game very tight. That's evident by the way the whistles are blowing. Now Baylor's going to pull it out. Boston, oh, quick 3, and hits it. Boston and Taylor can shoot the 3. Got to be careful of that, and it's a tie game again, 22-22. Both these teams average right at 49 points a game, which means 25 points a half is about what they average. Riley, short corner, works in on the baseline. Nobody came in for the Cardinals. Riley attacked the basket by himself, no help. Cardinals are going to have to do a better job rebounding against the white shirts. You see your teammate going in and attacking the basket, you got to dive in there and be ready to help. We cannot just give this ball away after one shot attempt. Now there's the travel. I called it out on the last possession. I don't think the official heard me, but either way, the call is made. Substitution by Coach Carr. No, not a substitution, I'm sorry. Fowler steps out of bounds to throw the ball back in. Just over 2 minutes left in the first half. Saul's going to walk it up slow. Cardinals adopting a little bit of Drummond's pace here. Drummond staying in the man-to-man. Worked out for him last time. Cardinals attacked the short corner with Fowler. This time, kick out to Caesar. Caesar working around the top of the high post. Fowler had set a loose screen. Cardinals really starting to move around now. Gage sets a screen. Saul comes over the top of it, throws it out to Caesar. Cardinals have only hit 2 threes, but are continuing to shoot them. If you're going to shoot the 3, you've got to rebound it well. Boston's got it. He's walking it up. Now he's going to go past Saul, attack underneath, draws the defense over, gets Edwards, and Edwards puts in another 2. Cardinals coming quick the other way. Jag loses his footing, loses the ball. Turnover. Cardinals didn't get a shot up. We're going to have a foul on the outside. Saul's going to pick up a foul on Boston.
Foul the Cardinals, number 13, Saul Oklahoma.
Saul's first. Third team foul for the Cardinals. You can see it up there on the board. One team foul for Drummond. King attacks. Baylor over to Boston. Boston with that quick three shot goes up. This one's a miss. Saul gets in for a rebound, and he's going to draw a foul on King. King's first. Third team foul. No, second team foul on Drummond for the half. No, let me say that one more time. Second team foul for Drummond for the quarter. Fifth team foul for Drummond for the half. Saul's walking it up the court. Drummond leading by 2. Jag for 3. Puts it in. Cardinals regain the lead. Jag takes the scoring lead back from Caesar. He's got 9 points now, leading the Cardinals. Edwards has the scoring lead for the game with 10. Boston waits, draws Gage up. Attacking underneath. Oh, Gage blocks the shot. Buchanan got contact. I think it's on Gage. It is.
Foul the Cardinals, number 15, Gage.
That's Gage's first. 14 foul on the Cardinals. Drummond's been tremendous from behind the free throw line. Buchanan makes his 4th free throw of the game. Cardinals have 4 free throws for the game as a team. Drummond's got 4 by himself. Long rebound. Caesar's got it. Cardinals have 8 seconds to work with here. 4 seconds now. Somebody's got to shoot this ball. Caesar, long three. It's off. That'll end the half. Cardinals and the Bulldogs play 16 minutes on the floor, and we'll get ready to start the second half with a brand new game. All tied up 25-25. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders, and then we'll see what Coach Barnes has for the stats. Okay, here's your stats brought to you by Coach Barnes, who's at home watching this thing on video with you guys and keeping stats. You can follow along with stats if you like on Game Changer. Keep in mind, these are not official. Huddle goes back and stats our games. Also, I know the coaches go back and they stat them on their own. So here's what you got, though. Huffman's leading the way with 9 for the Cardinals. Quintana has 7. Barnett with 3. And Saul with 6. Foul trouble. Garza's got 2, Riley's got 2, nobody else has more than 1, and everybody but Caesar who's been in has at least 1. For Drummond. Oh, one thing that's interesting. Coach Coco Jean only has played 6-man rotation. Sorry, he has one of the guy who's come in. So he's played 7, but only 6 have any stats. Here you go. Edwards leads the way with 10. Buchanan has 6. And Boston Burford has 5. Taylor rounds it out with 4. 9 fouls for the Cardinals total. 5 fouls for the Bulldogs. And Taylor has 2. Burford's each have 1 and King has 1. Both teams have shot threes. Cardinals have hit 4. 4 out of 18, though. We've shot a lot of threes when Drummond sank back into that zone. 22% just won't do. You're not going to win at 22% unless you're rebounding. But right now, we're not. We've got to get the rebounding figured out. And we're into That's one of many things that Coach Carr's in there saying. I'm no mind reader, but I know that one's coming. Drummond on the other side, though, has only hit 1 of 9. So we are shooting twice as many shots from outside the three-point line as Drummond is, but we've also made 4 times as many because we're shooting twice the percentage. How's that for all that math for you, folks? Free throws are a big part of this game. Cardinals are 5 of 6, so we're shooting very well, 83%. And Drummond has 8 of 10. I was wrong. I said we had 4 free throws. We have 6 that we've shot, made 5. But Drummond 8 out of 10. Rebounding wise, it's like we're barely out there rebounding. We have single-digit rebounds for the game and only 1 offensive rebound. That won't do. Drummond, on the other hand, has 6 offensive rebounds, which is fantastic, which is why they're in this game still. A total of 19 rebounds for Drummond. And their 6 rebounds, all offensive rebounds, almost totals our entire offensive rebound total. Anyway, coming up after this game, there'll be a little bit of a break before the girls play. Our girls will play at 6 o'clock against Arapahoe Butler. That's number 20, Arapahoe Butler. I'll get that game on for you at about 5:45, so you can tune in and see what happens. The Cardinals can pull this game out, and it's tied up, so we'll see. The second half is, at this point, it's anybody's. Here's a reminder, there's the bracket for you. And you can see the winner of this game will play the winner of the Laverne-Moreland game. And Laverne and Moreland play tonight at 7:30. So if we win, that'll be a game that Cardinals will be very interested to watch tonight. You can tune in. You can watch that one on Laverne's streaming service. They won't have commentary on it. And Moreland, I don't think Moreland's even running a stream this tonight. I cannot stream it. We do not have the rights, and I don't want to get in trouble with the OSSAA. But I can tell you, you can watch it on Laverne's page if you want to. Let me double check and see if Moreland's running it. Yes, Moreland is doing it on Moreland Bearcat TV, so you can watch it over there as well. So that's the boys' bracket. Girls' bracket, as I mentioned, you can see there. Our girls play tonight against Arapahoe Butler. Winner will be playing against Laverne. Laverne beat Pioneer a little bit earlier today, right before this game. We had that on the very beginning of the stream. You guys were able to watch the end of it. Well, folks, it's the playoffs. Got to keep on playing or else we're done. Elimination time. So all of these games matter for everything. So this is where you find out. This is where you go in at halftime and you come out, and those seniors, Mason and Riley, have got 16 minutes potentially between them and the rest and the end of their career. Could be their last time wearing their Cardinal jerseys. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be ending the careers for Taylor and Baylor Burford. We'll have to see. Got a few minutes left. Go grab that drink. Go take that bathroom break. Grab you a snack. Get ready for more Cardinal basketball in just 4 minutes. All right, here we go for the second half. Coming onto the floor for the Cardinals. You've got Garza coming back out, playing with the 2 fouls. Saul Alvarado, Gage Peters, Cesar Quintana, Jag Huffman. So, starters for the Cardinals. And for Drummond, looks like starters. Taylor's, the Burford boys, and Edwards and Buchanan. Cardinals have the possession there to start the half. Saul's got it at the high post. Look underneath for Max. Max, turnaround jumper, attacks, puts it up and in. Wow, Max, first 2 points for Max. Those 2 fouls really took him out of the first half. We really got something to see here. If Max can stay in this game, those points on the inside, his rebounding on the outside could be a big lift for the Cardinals. Boston's got on the outside. Cardinals look to be playing at 3-2 zone and bouncing Jag up and down. They get it inside to Edwards. Edwards didn't like it. He wasn't comfortable. He kicks it back out. Taylor's sitting on the outside. As big as he is, he's letting big dudes underneath for Drummond play it. Long shot. Saul comes away with it. Possession arrow will stay with Drummond. Saul ripped it loose, but luckily they called the jump ball. Otherwise, it would have been a travel on Saul going to the floor with the ball. Boston trying to find an opening. Kicked by Max. Boston was going to try and bounce it underneath Max. And Max, with the body control, ends up knocking the ball, deflecting it with his foot. Saul tips the ball, recovers it. Cardinals have a 2-on-1, and Gage Peters puts it in. Cardinals ran a little bit in the first half, and it was great every time we ran. With Max in, things might be a little bit different here. Oh, Edwards swung around like he was going for a drop step. They kick it out, and Taylor puts in a 3. That's his first 3. Cardinals moving fast. Caesar in the front court. Max wide open. He'll stop at the free throw line, put it up and in. Scoring really loosening up here. Both teams starting to put it in a lot more freely. This kind of pace favors the Cardinals. Drummond into the corner. Drummond in the corner. The Burfords kicking around Taylor, and Taylor gets another. That's 6 points for Taylor. He's the reason Drummond is tied right now. Jag comes in hard, and Edwards draws the charge on Jag. Second foul on Jag. That hurts. Jag had an opening on the baseline and came in tough. Cardinals go to the 2-2-1 press. Weren't quite ready, and Drummond gets it in quick to Taylor. Taylor comes down on the run, tries to hit Buchanan with the pass, and Buchanan shrugged that thing off like it was a bug flying at him. It went out of bounds off of Buchanan, out of bounds. Drummond doesn't quite run quite the way the Cardinals do. The transition game of the Cardinals can be a key part of the Cardinal offense. We'd like to play at pace if an opponent will cooperate with us. And if Drummond will let us run at that pace, Cardinals will be happy to do so. Jag open off a double screen. It's a miss. Caesar tries to save it and bounce it off of Baylor Burford. Can't get to it in time. Cardinals will pull the defense up, go full court. It's box press, 2-2-1. Or is it a full court man? No, it's the box. Good inbounds pass to Edwards. Drummond breaks the pressure. Boston tries, gets too deep, loses control. Cardinals have a 5-on-4 if they push. And Saul cooperates, comes all the way down, misses it. Gosh, Saul's got to go up straight with that ball. If he does, he's either making it easy or else he's drawing a foul. Saul was expecting contact, didn't put it up clean, got blocked by the rim. Max came flying in, ready for a tip-in, but ended up knocking the ball out of bounds. So the Cardinals missed a couple opportunities here in transition. Gage gets Taylor to pick things up, and Taylor is going to get fouled by Saul. Saul came in and poked the ball, got a whole lot of Taylor's arm, and Taylor will get to shoot 2. So Saul has 2, Max has 2, Jag has 2, and Riley has 2. Taylor misses the first. This game's still all knotted up. 31 the score. Taylor trying to break that. He does. That's his first free throw made in the game. And it puts Drummond up by 1. Bulldogs lead Cardinals by 1. Saul's got it up top. Saul looking over the top of the screen from Max. Over to Caesar. Cardinals reset. Try it again. That one didn't work. Let's try a different play. Max on the outside. Working against Edwards. Max hooked Edwards, but no call. These referees really calling it loose. Drummond's fans don't like it. They're right. Max hooked him. Max ended up drawing contact and ends up getting a foul on Edwards. And Max gets to go to the line and shoot too. So if you're a Drummond fan, you don't like anything that happened there. Max misses the first. Fowler will come in. Peters to the bench. Max tries to tie it up with his second and does so. And the Cardinals leave the press alone. This time they'll let Boston walk it up. Boston's happy to do so. Jag comes up and challenges the half-court line. They get it inside. It's missed by Buchanan. Rebound by Fowler. Here comes Saul in a hurry. Past Boston. Layups up and in. The Cardinals again back off. Jag meeting Boston up at the timeline and then pulls back a little bit. Cardinals stretching out a 2-3 zone. Deflection. Riley dives for it. Looked like a double dribble up high, but Boston does a good job holding on to it. Gets underneath the Buchanan. And Drummond ties the Cardinals again. Saul over to Caesar. Caesar guarded by Baylor. Drummond switches to a man-to-man. See if the Cardinals force it inside to Max. Look at that. Max draws a double team. Jumper. Bounces around. Saul doesn't block out. Instead, tries to jump for it. Goes over the top. Boston comes down with the rebound. Baylor, quick trigger three. Up and in. That's Baylor's first points of the game. And it gives Drummond a 3-point lead. Jack, baseline, kick out to Max. All the way around to Caesar. Wide open. And Caesar answers. And Coach Carr is going to take a timeout. Let Drummond sit on it for just a moment. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders to try to raise the temperature. Cardinal basketball team over on the sideline cheering along. And the Cardinals trying to grab some momentum on the big three by Caesar. That gives him 10 points for the game now. All right, coming out of the timeout. Here comes Drummond. Boston gets met a little bit above the timeline by Saul and then walks himself into a double team. Now Taylor's double team, falls down, is able to use his strength, gets it up ahead to Edwards, and then Edwards puts it in for 2. Tell you what, Edwards is quite the player. He's got 12 points now. Jag going for 3. Riley and Edwards get tied up. Drummond really doesn't like it, but that exact scenario happened in the first half. They really are yelling at the refs here. Drummond's really unhappy. But Taylor did that same thing and drew a jump ball early in the game. Shots up by Caesar to miss. Drummond's yelling for all sorts of stuff that doesn't exist in the play call, in the officiating. They wanted an over the back by Max. Over the back doesn't exist. There is a pushing foul, but over the back's not a thing. Boston's got it up top. Cardinals couldn't get anything out of possession. High post, Buchanan. Now to Boston. Boston penetrates to the free throw line. It's put up to miss. Edwards fight for it. So strong. And it's up again by Edwards. Jag from the outside. Oh, and he hits it for 3.
Number 33.
We got a foul underneath.
That's not the Cardinals. Number 33.
I missed who it was on. That was on Riley Fowler. That's his 3rd.
Mason Barnett.
If it's the Score Vision app, and you can like look it up there if you want to. Like I can bring it up on. I can honestly, I figured out a new way to get it to score. Like we can actually get a direct feed.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 4, Max Key.
Taylor puts him in. It's 43-40. Saul's up top. Drummond leading by 3 as we come down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Riley into the high post for Caesar. Caesar over the top of Taylor. Oh, that was so pretty. Caesar's got 12 to lead Cardinal scoring. Sorry, tied up with Jag, who also has 12. Cardinals back within 1 as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter. Fouls could end up being a big decider in this game. Cardinals have a lot more fouls. Oh, underneath for Taylor. It's tipped away. But boy, what a fight underneath. Saul comes away with the rebound. Now, they called a foul on a dive earlier where somebody made contact. Let's see if we're consistent here. And we are. They are. Hutchins came in and dove into Alvarado's legs, going for a loose ball. They called it the other way on the Cardinals. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Isn't that the old saying? Some of you are scratching your head going, what in the world? Caesar's going to come off for the last moments of the 3rd quarter. Barnett is on the floor. Jag, double screen, frees him up. Oh, Taylor does a great job. Taylor reaches around Jag, knocks it loose, and it goes off of Jag's leg out of bounds. So Drummond's going to pick up an extra possession here. Nelson is in. Peters is in. Max will come off to protect him from picking up a 3rd foul. Fowler's off, keep him from getting a 3rd foul here with defense. So Carr's going to some situational substitutions right now. Drummond up by 1. Well, if you didn't know better, you'd think it was the end of the game. Intensity level right now really starting to pick up. Oh, Nelson just about tips it away. Boston attacks, gets it underneath to Buchanan. Buchanan puts it up. He's going to get fouled. So he'll shoot 2. 14 foul on the Cardinals for the quarter. Oh, that's going to go on Saul. That hurts. That's 3 on Saul. Riley's got 3. Saul will probably have to come out here. Max is going back to the scoring table as well as Caesar. Buchanan bounces it around and in. Saul's going to stay in. He's got to be careful. Barnett and Nelson come out. So the 2 Masons to the bench with Fowler and Garza back in. Shots up and in by Buchanan. Saul's got it. 10 seconds left. Cardinals don't have a lot of time here. You got to run this thing quick. Saul over to Jag. Jag penetrates. Oh, Jag thought Caesar was setting up for a three, and the ball goes out of bounds. 2.4 seconds left. All you got to do here is just make sure your opponent doesn't get an easy three-pointer. Baylor's going to hold it, and that'll end the third quarter. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Boy, that quarter picked up, didn't it? All right, for the Cardinals, Caesar has 12 now, Barnett 3, Garza has 5, Saul has 7, Gage has 2. Jag has 12. Fouls are potentially a real problem here in this fourth quarter. Mason's got 1, Max has 2, Mason Nelson has 1, Saul Alvarado has 3, Gage has 1, Jag has 2, and Riley has 3. For Drummond, Baylor has 1, Boston has 1, Maddox has 1, Taylor has 2, Edwards has 2, and that's it. So for the Cardinals, $13 fouls for the Cardinals and 7 fouls for Drummond. So we'll see. That could be a key as we get into this fourth quarter. Coach Carr has 3 timeouts to work with. Boston putting on a dribbling exhibition, kicks it out to Baylor, and it's back to Boston. Over to Buchanan. No, that was Edwards. Boston picks it up, finds Buchanan underneath. Taylor with an easy shot. Good pass. That's not something we've seen much of, is attacking the bucket and internal post passing. Caesar comes down, hits a 3 to answer, though. The Cardinals back within 2. Long pass up ahead to Taylor. Taylor underneath looking for Edwards. And Saul comes in, steals the pass, but goes out of bounds. So Cardinals getting Drummond to increase their pace. Both teams average 49 on the season. Drummond a little bit better on defense. They normally allow 43. Cardinals allow around 48. We're going to get a push on somebody. Max, that's his third. Can't help but feeling that the fouls are going to make the difference in this game when it's all said and done. Underneath for Taylor. Taylor goes up. Max blocks it. The rebounding is the story in this game. The Cardinals doing great underneath, altering the shot, but nobody was rebounding. So they stopped Taylor. It's great. You get the shot block. But if you don't get the rebound, it's all for naught. That's exactly what happened. Taylor puts up the shot, can't get it to fall, but Edwards is there and adds to his point total. Edwards, all from inside, hasn't taken anything but bump shots and 2 free throws, and Edwards sitting at 16 points. So at the beginning, I told you we got to watch out for Boston Burford. He's only got 5. We got to watch out for Nathan Taylor. Now he's hit the 3-pointers, which has now opened things up for him. And Taylor's got 15. But it's Aiden Edwards and his rebounding that is beating the Cardinals right now. Now, things to watch out for. This Drummond team is a good 3-point shooting team. They have not been able to do that so far in the game. Only 3 3-pointers, 1 by Baylor and 2 by Taylor. Cardinals got to be careful of them from outside. But right now, the Cardinals have got to clean up inside, do a better job rebounding, or else this Cardinal season will end here on the Okarche's floor against Drummond. Caesar attacks, goes up. Oh, that's so much contact. Taylor didn't swing clean, got a hold of Caesar. Ball gets knocked loose. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that in the least. I think you have to call that a foul. Baylor retrieves a ball on the sideline, has to go way up. One-hand snag on it. Drummond kicking it around the 3-point line. Baylor, quick 3. And now it comes down to rebounding, and the Cardinals, again, don't get the inside rebound. And then Edwards was falling away, and they're going to say it's a push on Gage. That's just the first on Gage. Riley will come back in. Edwards hits the first, so he's sitting at 17 now. Makes them both. Boy, both teams shooting incredibly well from the free throw line. Drummond with their biggest lead of the game at 6. Taylor hits the ground. Max attacks. Arm got hit, by the way. Max's did on that shot. No call. Ball goes out of bounds. Buchanan was right there. It looked like he got a piece of it. It'll stay with White. Drummond's got it. Cardinals coming up. You can start to feel a little bit of desperation on the Cardinals side here. Drummond's starting to settle in. Taylor puts a punctuation mark on that play, coming down and putting in an easy 2. And Drummond now leading by 8. Max attacks, puts up the jumper, rims out. Only Riley is there. Riley fighting for the rebound. Riley's getting a foul. I have no idea how. I have no idea how, folks. That was a loose ball. They both grab the ball. Carr looks at the referee, calls timeout. The referee looks at Carr and handed the ball to the player. And now we got a foul on Saul. I don't know what's going on here, folks. Literally, Carr called a timeout. The referee looked at him and handed the ball to the player. Things are getting screwy here. Honestly, it's getting screwy here. Well, Coach Carr takes the timeout. Cardinals are going to have to regain some composure. This thing's starting to tilt a little bit. And like I said, it's just feeling a little bit screwy. Drummond's going to throw it in from the sideline. It's into Boston, up ahead to Baylor. Baylor back to Boston, and Drummond's holding the ball. Cardinals may have to switch to a man-to-man. Underneath it goes, and Edwards puts in another 2. He has now 20 points. Max goes up, gets fouled by Boston. He'll get to shoot 2. And, folks, Drummond just now gets their first foul of the quarter. 8th team foul for Drummond. First of the quarter. 8 for the entire game. And Cardinals essentially doubling up Drummond with 15 team fouls. Cardinals have 2 guys with 3, and Riley Fowler has 4. Max makes 1 of 2. Cardinals fighting for it, trying to get a hold of the ball. And a travel. Boston trying to get the ball up ahead. Cardinals trying to go fast-paced and increase the defensive intensity, and it works. Cardinals will throw it in from the sideline after the turnover. Cardinals down by 9. Got to be careful here and get some points. Eat into this lead. High post to Max. Out to Jag. Jag over the top of Taylor. It's a miss. Not enough rebounders available. Cardinals fighting for it and have it. A lot of contact. Saul picks it up. Kick out to Gage. Gage wide open. Goes for three. It's off the front of the rim. Only Saul is there to rebound. Guys, you can't win games when you've only got one guy rebounding. Just can't do it. 4 guys were standing around watching to see Saul's effort. Saul trying to fight inside for position. Luckily, the Cardinal defense helps get the ball back. So now under 4.5. Cardinals have got to find some points. If you make that first shot, or else you've got to hit the board. Jag trying to come across. Taylor just flat was impeding his progress. Just not letting him come through. Jag tried to get the referee's attention on it. Jag picks it up on the outside out to Max. Max attacks, puts up a little jumper, rims around and in, and Coach Carr is going to take a timeout. That's 8 points now for Garza. Cardinals within 7 with under 4 to go. Plenty of time to go, but the Cardinals need to get back in the lead on this thing. And I've got to be careful on defense. Wouldn't be a surprise to see Coach Carr go to situational substitutions and start bringing in players who have fewer fouls on defense. Again, you've got Max with 3, Saul with 3, and Riley with 4. Cardinals really miss not having Riley out there. He's been banging around trying for those rebounds. Cardinals have got to hit the boards better on these shots. Cardinals bringing everybody up into the front court. It's a 1-2-1-1 now. Cardinals trying to deny the pass, and now they have to hustle back. Buchanan picks up the ball in the front court, and Drummond will slow it down. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and run clock here. Cardinals might have to go to a man. Boston's so good without the ball. He finds King underneath for an easy layup. Cardinals again trail by 9. Caesar comes in, contact, more contact. Taylor gets a steal and slides, which, by the way, totally legal. But the problem was he turned over. They went ahead and gave him the timeout instead of calling the travel. Coach Carr, really unhappy with it. I'm going to take one more look myself. He's right. He's right. Coach Carr's right. It was a travel. What happened was, and this is a little bit esoteric, Taylor gets the steal and goes to his butt. So it's a sitting position, but then he laid back with the ball looking to pass. That's when the timeout was taken. That's a travel. So that hurts. That should be another possession for the Cardinals. 3:15. Drummond's got the ball. They're up by 9. We've had several calls here that have gone against the Cardinals where Coach Carr, Cardinals break timeout and don't have 4 on the floor. Gage thought he'd been subbed out, so he stayed on the bench. The Cardinals out of sync here. They're going to have to pull this thing together. Underneath the Buchanan, Caesar's going to foul him. That's Caesar's first foul. Buchanan will go to the line. He's hit 6 free throws and going to try to add to that total. By the way, nobody for the Cardinals has more than 3 free throws. Buchanan misses the first. A lot of danger in playing a big team like this. If they will commit to rebounding, it's very difficult to counter. Max comes away with the rebound on Buchanan's miss. Buchanan missed both, so it turns out to be a good foul by Caesar. Saul gets stripped by Taylor again. Taylor's got quick hands. Under 3. Cardinals down by 3 possessions if you're hitting threes. It's hard to do. Boston's pulling it out. Cardinals are in a zone, but might have to go to a man here. Boston's just trying to run clock. Gets a double team kick out to King. King drugged the foot. That's a travel, but we're not calling it. Caesar steps in front of a pass. Gets fouled by Baylor. Second team foul on Drummond. Cardinals will throw it in from the sideline. Good foul by Baylor. Caesar was going to have a wide open pass to the bucket. In the NBA, they give you free throws for that. Cardinals have to run offense now. That would have been an easy 2 for Caesar. Jack, baseline. Tries to kick it across the opposite corner for Gage. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Buchanan and Edwards hanging out down in the bottom of that zone. Drummond's so big on the bottom part of that zone. Between Edwards, Buchanan, and Taylor. They play really big. Max looks to attack. Jumper. It's off. Gage is there. Puts it up. Oh, no contact. That shot might have got blocked. And then it's stolen. Gage turns around, puts it up and in. Coach Carr is going to take a timeout. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. And it's going to be up to the Cardinal defense here. We got to get the ball back. It's not about the speed of it, but we don't need to let more than probably a minute come off the clock here. We might foul. So big moment for Cardinal basketball right here. Down by 7. Just 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. It's 130 seconds left and ticks on the clock for this Cardinal season if they can't get the ball back. And a travel. Cardinal defense comes up big. Jack Huff and Saul Alvarado get Baylor Burford to turn it over. King will come in. Buchanan off the floor. Coach Kokoyev is going to go with smaller and go heavy on defense here. Gosh, Jag was just getting pushed by Taylor. I don't know if you're watching that. Second time Jags tried to do that. This time he was trying to set a screen, and Taylor just pushed through him. Max going for 3. Bounces. Cardinals got a rebound. It's tipped. Jag ends up with it. Cardinals get another chance. Cardinals going 5 out right here and playing for the 3. Oh, Max loses it. Picks it back up. Jag wide open. Off the rim. King trying to save it. Saul tries to get to it. King does a good job. Puts his body in between Saul and the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Mason Barnett is going to come in. Caesar will come out. Up ahead. Cardinals get tangled up, and Boston totally open. Cardinals foul Boston, and he'll go to the line. This is on Saul.
13, Saul.
That is 4 on Saul. Caesar will come in. Oh, no. Is Saul out? My count was wrong. Saul is done for the day. I had mentioned I was worried fouls would become a big factor in this game. So many more fouls called on the Cardinals than Drummond. And it comes back to bite us. Boston makes the second. Sorry, he makes both. So it's 9 points now. Cardinals have to play with desperation here. Every ball either has to go in or it has to be rebounded. Every ball has to be a Cardinal ball from here out. Barnett comes in. It's a miss. Cardinals don't have the rebounding. Barnett came in quick and teammates didn't join him. Caesar has to quickly foul Burford. Boston will go to the line shooting another 2. Second on Caesar. And you can feel the season slipping away. 64 seconds left. Well, these guys, they went to state. Taylor and Baylor Burford were on the floor going to state twice in their careers. Last year, they missed it. They got out in regionals last year. Missed on the shot. Max gets the rebound, gets tied up quick. Cardinals have the possession arrow, but that'll flip the possession arrow back to Drummond after this. And Cardinals down by 10 now. 63 seconds left. Now it's a 4-possession game. That makes it way harder than at 3 possessions. Cardinals have got to score points quickly here. It doesn't have to be all threes, but they need threes along the way. Shots blocked by Taylor. That might be the game. Caesar quickly fouls Baylor Burford. Baylor will go to the line, get to shoot 2.
Cardinals, number 0, Caesar.
That's now 3 on Caesar. What's our total foul count? 20 fouls on the Cardinals now, by my count, which is unofficial. 8 fouls on Drummond. Carter Strong's going to come in. Cardinals are going to go for threes. So you got Caesar out there, Max, Carter, Mason, Barnett, and Jag. Everybody out there can shoot threes, and it's desperation time. Missed shot. Oh, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. Cardinals did not rebound it. Edwards picks up another rebound.
For the Cardinals, number 33.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's Drummond's. So this is, it's not over yet, but this, it's all done but the math now. Jag picks up his foul. That is 3 on Jag. Taylor go to the line shooting 2. And this will be the end of the season for the Cardinals. Taylor makes the first. Taylor misses the second. Fowler's in. Gosh. See, it says a lot. I know we got Cardinal fans watching. I want to point out something. I got on to Drummond's fans for yelling about over the back. Our Cardinal fans know better, and so there with Fowler. Fowler, by the way, comes out. It's the end of Fowler's career. We'll give him a little bit of tribute, but his teammates recognize the moment. Mason Nelson is in. He gets a chance to be on the floor to end things for his career. Foul is on Jag.
On the Cardinals, number 23, Jack.
Well, you youngsters that are watching and you parents that are watching, we've got little ones who play. It cannot be overemphasized the importance of rebounding. This game was not a difference. As much as I've lamented the fouls, the reason we're getting the fouls has been because we aren't blocking out well. They're blocking out better than we are. By the way, let's stop here. Mason Nelson coming off the floor for the last time. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Drummond. Caesar will come off the floor, and he's done for the season. Mason, Jag, Coach Carr empties the bench, lets the starters have a moment coming off the floor. Been a tough season, a lot of up and downs. Never ends the way you want unless you're hoisting a gold ball at the end of the season. Drummond moving the ball around. That's it. Cardinals done for 25-26.
As we conclude this game, we will be clearing
They finish right at 500 on the year.
allow the team to open.
At the end of the season, I always like going back and giving a little bit of a retrospective and also to send off our seniors. So if you'll indulge those of you who are still here, I'd like to take a moment. So as this season's finishing out, we find ourselves at a pivotal point. It's not just the game of basketball, but the lives of these young guys that we've been watching and admiring and supporting. And as this final buzzer just sounded, we bid farewell to this group of seniors who poured their hearts and souls into this game that they love. And all of us love it too. And we like watching them and cheering them on. And for these young guys, these two seniors who are done tonight, who have no more basketball played in the Cardinal jersey, Riley Fowler and Mason Nelson, today was not just another game. It was a culmination of many, many years of dedication and perseverance and brotherhood with the different guys that they had to play with along the way. Reflecting on the journey of those guys, we're reminded of early morning practices, grueling workouts, and unforgettable moments that they shared on the court and at the camps, in the locker room, and on the buses, and all the different experiences that they had over the season. And beyond the wins and losses, beyond statistics, beyond the honors, lies a deeper story. It's a story of resilience, of friendship, and of growth. Through highs and lows of this season, these seniors have stood together. At times, Fowler was on the bench with injuries, but all of this team, including these seniors, was united for a common goal and fueled by a passion for this game. They inspired us with their tenacity. They inspired us with their sportsmanship and with their unwavering commitment to excellence. And so as we're honoring this team as they finish off the season, specifically want to honor these two seniors. And let us not merely applaud them for their accomplishments, but let us celebrate the young men that they have become. Let's recognize their character, their integrity, and the leadership they have demonstrated both on and off the court. And for both these guys, I can tell you from seeing them up close and personal, from traveling with them, they're great to their opponents. They are great to our youngsters. They are great to our fans. We will miss these guys. We are proud to welcome them as alumni when they graduate at the end of this year. This season is not just about basketball. This season has been about paying tribute to a group of individuals, this pair, who have left a mark on our hearts and on our communities. And so we'd like to say thank you for memories, for lessons and for friendships that you guys forged along the way. So to these two seniors, to Mason and to Riley, we salute you. We will commend you for your dedication, your passion, and for your pursuit of excellence. And as this season finishes, and as you guys get ready for the rest of what your school year has to hold, and then in May, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, our hopes and prayers for you guys is that you'll carry the values and lessons that you learned through this year and through the previous years, and through all the games you played and the practices and all the time you spent in this commitment that you made to play in basketball and wearing the Cardinal red. So as we finish this thing off, we get ready to shut down and get ready to cheer on our girls tonight. Let's remember that while this may be the end of the chapter for Riley and for Mason, it's also the beginning of a new and exciting journey. And though the echoes of the buzzer have already faded, the impact of these seniors will resonate. And let us all be reminded today to cherish every moment that we get, whether it's in a game of basketball or whether it's in time with friends, or if it's a moment that we get to share with family. Every second counts. Good afternoon, Cardinal fans. I'll see you at about 5:45 tonight. May the spirit of basketball continue to inspire all of us. And let's cheer on some Lady Cardinal basketball tonight as they take on Arapahoe Butler. Have a good one, everybody. See you in a little while.